pandemic has rapidly spread, causing widespread chaos. City authorities are preparing for riots while the CDC has quarantined the lower Midwestern region of the U.S. A citywide emergency has been declared. Umbrella Corporation presents itself as a company built on commitment, honesty, and integrity, claiming to work toward a brighter future. Jill Valentine, preparing to leave town in 3 days, receives an urgent call from Brad warning her to evacuate immediately. Before she can gather her things, a monstrous creature crashes into her apartment. Jill escapes and reunites with Brad on the streets, where they discover the city has been overrun by infected people. Brad sacrifices himself to save Jill from the horde of infected. Jill encounters Dario Rosso, a fearful survivor who refuses to leave his makeshift safe house. After another encounter with infected, she attempts to escape in a vehicle, but is attacked by the same monster from her apartment. Carlos, a member of the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service, U.B.C.S., rescues Jill and takes her to a subway station converted into a shelter. Jill is suspicious of Carlos due to his Umbrella affiliation, blaming the company for causing the outbreak. Despite her mistrust, Carlos leads her to safety. At the shelter, Jill meets Mikhail Victor, U.B.C.S. platoon leader, who explains their mission to rescue civilians. With the city isolated and most of its 100,000 residents becoming undead, Mikhail proposes using the subway train to evacuate survivors, but needs Jill's help. Despite her distrust of Umbrella, Jill agrees to assist. Carlos tasks Jill with restoring power to get the subway running. She makes her way through zombie-infested streets toward the substation. Along the way, Jill witnesses a U.B.C.S. soldier kill another team member who might have been infected, highlighting the tension and paranoia among survivors. After restoring power, Jill heads to the subway company's office to activate the traffic control system. While there, she's pursued again by the persistent monster. Despite the danger, she successfully programs a valid route from Redstone Street to Fox Park Station. Returning to the subway station, Jill learns they need 30 to 40 minutes for maintenance. Nikolai, another U.B.C.S. member, expresses distrust toward Jill. When the monster appears again seeking Jill, Carlos distracts it to buy time for her escape. Jill searches for another exit and eventually manages to temporarily defeat the creature. Jill encounters Kendo, a gunsmith she knows. She invites him to join the evacuation effort, but he cryptically declines, saying he needs to make other arrangements. Later, the monster returns, still pursuing Jill despite her efforts to destroy it. Carlos helps Jill escape the monster once more. As they prepare to evacuate civilians via subway, Carlos and Tyrell receive new orders to find someone named Nathaniel Bard in the city. Carlos reassures Jill that he'll return, promising not to leave her in a cold, cruel, Carlosless world. An urgent mission begins to locate a scientist whose vaccine research could save humanity from a zombie outbreak. A mysterious figure encourages someone by saying they're learning that their own life matters most, then wishes them good luck. Someone questions whether a scientist described as a pencil pusher could still be alive. There's tension between team members, with suspicions raised about a zombie ambush and a locked gate, suggesting possible sabotage from within. The group encounters danger. A character named Nikolai appears to abandon his teammates during an attack. Another character named Brad is mentioned as they approach what looks like a cemetery, but is actually a police station. The team enters the police station seeking a person from S.T.A.R.S. It becomes clear their mission isn't just a rescue, but to find and detain someone named Bard, who has access to Umbrella Corporation's secrets. The team splits up to search the station. Inside the police station, they encounter something that isn't a typical zombie. Carlos continues searching for the S.T.A.R. office, finding it necessary to use explosives to progress. The situation grows increasingly dangerous. They finally establish contact with Dr. Bard, who is trapped in a hospital surrounded by monsters. Bard claims to be the only person who knows how to create a vaccine to stop the zombies. He demands that someone capable be sent to rescue him. The team debates whether to hand Bard over to their company or not. Meanwhile, a train derailment has occurred, with many casualties. Someone named Jill is in danger, causing Carlos to leave his current task to help her. Jill is trying to escape from a pursuer while attempting to contact Carlos. She realizes Nikolai betrayed the team and left them to die. An intense battle follows as Jill faces off against a powerful enemy. After the battle, Jill has been infected. Carlos takes her to the hospital hoping Dr. Bard can save her with a vaccine. Upon arrival, they discover Bard has been shot dead. They find a recording from Bard revealing the truth. Umbrella Corporation engineered the T-virus that caused the outbreak, and his team developed a vaccine. Umbrella is trying to destroy all evidence of the virus. Carlos manages to find the vaccine. An announcement declares that Raccoon City will be destroyed by a missile strike the next day. Carlos administers the vaccine to Jill while defending against incoming threats. The vaccine works, reviving Jill. Jill wakes up to learn that Carlos saved her life and has gone underground to retrieve more of Bard's stockpiled vaccine. Despite the impending missile strike, Jill decides to follow him, considering herself a professional equal to the task. Underground, Jill encounters a character who believes their confrontation is ending, but she disagrees. This person escapes, and Jill discovers they were up to something suspicious in a hidden facility. Tyrell contacts Jill with news that authorities will call off the missile strike if they can deliver the vaccine before launch. With only hours remaining, Jill and her allies race to find the vaccine stored underground, determined to save the city despite the danger. The process begins with the successful generation of an override key, which is subsequently removed after accessing something important. The override process completes, enabling further progress through the facility. An antigen sample is discovered, which will be crucial for the upcoming scenario. The system indicates insufficient power, prompting the need to activate auxiliary power. This appears to be a critical component for powering the equipment. A creature called the Nemesis is identified. An adjuvant sample is found, noted to be combined with antigens to enhance immune system response. This discovery represents a significant breakthrough in the development process. Instructions are provided to place materials in a chamber to initiate vaccine synthesis. The process completes, and a vaccine canister becomes available for removal, representing a potential solution to the crisis. The shocking nature of the facility becomes apparent. Nikolai attempts to steal the vaccine, claiming the city needs it less than he does. He proposes a deal: fight the Nemesis while he records combat data, potentially making the vaccine unnecessary. Jill reunites with Carlos, who offers to provide tactical support. They work together to navigate threats, with Carlos providing guidance on enemy positions. Their teamwork proves effective in overcoming immediate dangers. A confrontation intensifies. Carlos directs Jill to use a crane to climb to safety, demonstrating their continued collaboration in the face of danger. They agree to meet further ahead, separating temporarily. Jill questions Nikolai's whereabouts, emphasizing the critical need to recover the stolen vaccine. This marks the beginning of a pursuit to reclaim the vital medicine from the mercenary. Jill confronts Nikolai, demanding the vaccine. He refuses, suggesting an ongoing arrangement for profit. Nikolai sees tremendous value in the data, worth millions, but acknowledges the city is about to explode. Jill and Carlos reconnect briefly. Carlos urges Jill to pursue Nikolai, who has fled with the vaccine. They part ways again, with Jill remarking, "This will be the last such mission." A compartment opens, revealing new resources. Power needs to be activated for progress. A confrontation ensues, requiring multiple power sources to be activated. The adversary is eventually defeated, bringing temporary relief. Concern grows about the vaccine's whereabouts and whether Carlos succeeded in stopping Nikolai. The situation worsens as a missile launch is announced, with just 10 minutes until impact. A final confrontation with Nikolai reveals his mission was to reduce Umbrella to rubble. As he prepares to escape, he taunts about not listening to his earlier warnings. A desperate standoff occurs. Carlos appears, creating a situation where Jill must shoot through him to hit Nikolai. After hesitation, she takes the shot. Carlos survives, making a quip about not leaving Jill in a cruel world. Nikolai, injured, offers to reveal his employer in exchange for rescue and payment. This offer is rejected, with the assertion that the truth can be uncovered without his help. The crisis concludes as survivors witness the destruction. Reflection on the events reveals that human greed, not just the virus, caused the catastrophe. A determination forms to bring down Umbrella Corporation permanently, ending their operations once and for all.